Before Deshaun Watson was traded from the Texans to the Browns, Deshaun Watson was accused by more than 20 women he knew of sexual assault or sexual harassment. These incidents happened between 2019 and 2018. Since then, more people have come forward with charges. At this point, the NFL is still looking into the quarterback, and it doesn't look like the investigation will end soon. So, what will be the NFL's decision? Will NFL take action for this? Stick with me until the end of the video, and let's watch about Deshaun Watson's allegedly getting a 1-season suspension. But before tuning in, we would love it if you'd click the like button, subscribe to our channel, and tap the notification bell for more updates and videos like this. Of course, before we dive deep into our topic, let's talk about what allegations and issues Deshaun Watson faces. On March 16, 2021, Houston lawyer Tony Busby filed a civil suit on behalf of a massage therapist who said Watson sexually assaulted her during a session in March 2020. The lawsuit says that Watson touched the woman with his penis before asking for sex. After what happened, the woman stopped seeing Watson. Later, other NFL players called the therapist and said that Watson had recommended her. The woman says that Watson later called her and he said he was sorry for what he did. On March 16th evening, Watson released a statement about the lawsuit in which he denies the events. He said he has never treated a woman with anything but the utmost respect. He also said he thinks the lawsuit was started by a lawyer who just wanted to get attention. The Texans sent a statement to local news on March 17th that said, in part, that they hope to learn more about what happened. The next day, March 17th, Busby said that a second massage therapist who was also suing Watson over an alleged incident in August 2020 at the Houstonian hotel. This new claim said that Watson met a masseuse at the hotel, took off all his clothes for the session, and then refused to put them back on. The second massage therapist said that Watson told her to massage his penis, and when she didn't, he made a move that made her touch his penis on purpose. The lawyer also told the court that 7 more women were going to sue Watson. The next day, on March 18th, Watson was hit with his third and most serious lawsuit. A massage therapist said that in December 2020, Watson sexually assaulted her in an office building and forced her to have oral sex with him. Details from the lawsuit that said the massage therapist, who lives in Oregon now, was Watson forced and scared her to move her mouth toward his penis, forcing her to have oral sex with him. Plaintiff did not give permission for any of this to happen. Plaintiff passed out from fear for a few minutes. The lawsuit also says that the event caused emotional harm. After the third suit, the NFL started to do something about it. Senior VP Lisa Friel was put in charge of looking into what happened. Friel did a similar job for the league last year when she looked into claims against receiver Antonio Brown. But the league didn't say much about its investigation of Watson. It didn't say how it would be done or if Watson would be banned from team activities until the investigation was over. That case is still being looked into. On March 19th, Busby said that more women called his office after the first 3 accusations. 9 more suits were filed, bringing the total to 12. The lawyer said that 22 women had called his office to say that Texans quarterback had also harassed or attacked them. One woman said Watson tried to force her to kiss him, and another said the quarterback attempted to assault her twice after meeting in an office building sexually. As a result of these lawsuits, Busby asked the Houston Police Department and the Harris County District Attorney's Office to look into the complaints against Watson. They possibly file criminal charges in addition to the civil cases. Another lawsuit was filed on March 22nd, this time from California. It is the 14th time a massage therapist has sued Watson in civil court. In this suit, Watson was called a serial predator, and it was said that he had called a woman to meet him for a massage, locked the door, and forced her hand on his penis during the massage. He allegedly told her, "I won't make you sign a non-disclosure agreement, but don't ever talk about this." In response to a question from ESPN, Dane Schiller, a spokesman for the Harris County District Attorney's Office, said it would be inappropriate for his office to say whether or not charges were being brought. During this time, the NFL didn't say much. The only thing we heard from the league office was the first statement from spokesperson Brian McCarthy, who said, "The matter was being looked into." On March 11th, 2022, harassment and sexual misconduct charges against Watson were dropped by a grand jury in Harris County. It's important to remember that a grand jury's job is not to decide if someone is guilty or not. Instead, it's to decide if prosecutors have enough evidence to bring a case to court and prove beyond a reasonable doubt that a person is guilty. Texas grand jury proceedings are closed to the public and secret, meaning there is no way to know what was or wasn't presented. Major League Baseball suspended Trevor Bauer for 2 years because of allegations that their core involved sexual misconduct and its violation. We wondered if this meant that the NFL would also suspend Browns quarterback Deshaun Watson for a full year. It is said that the league will try to make something like that happen. Mark Mask of the Washington Post says that the NFL will say Watson should get a significant suspension and that the league will probably ask for a 1-year ban. The NFL and the NFL Players Association hire and pay retired federal judge Sue L. Robinson to be the disciplinary officer. Robinson would then decide if she would give a suspension of that length, a shorter suspension, or no suspension. If there is no punishment in the end, the case is over. Commissioner Roger Goodell will be in charge of any appeals from either side, or both if any punishment is given. He could make it less or make it more. Some people think the league will purposely give a longer suspension than it wants, considering that Judge Robinson will cut whenever punishment is given. So, if the league wants a year, it might be able to cut it down to 8 or 10 games. If the league's ultimate goal is to get Watson suspended for a whole year, they may need to come up with more than just 1-year suspension. Mask says that the NFLPA's outside lawyer, Jeffrey Kessler, has joined the case. The league reportedly worries that Kessler will try to get away with nothing. Mask confirms our report in defending Watson. The NFLPA will use the punishments given to Daniel Snyder, Robert Kraft, and Jerry Jones to show Watson's punishment, if any. It should be similar to what those owners got, especially since the personal conduct policy says that owners are held to a higher standard than players. Mask says the league would like to resolve the situation before training camp starts. Still, how Watson and the NFLPA handle it could slow down the process. If that happens, don't blame Watson. You have had months to look into the situation and decide what to do. When it's time for Watson and the NFLPA to defend themselves, they should take as much time as they need, and that should have been considered when deciding when to start the process. Mask said that the league could punish Watson based on the information it has right now, with the understanding that more punishments could be given if new information comes out. The league might have trouble with that. For example, he is suspended for 8 games and then loses some or all of the 24 lawsuits against him. The NFL wouldn't be able to suspend him again just because juries believe the testimony of the plaintiffs and rule against Watson. There would have to be something new, like new claims or proof. Something that the league didn't know or shouldn't have known based on the steps it took to find out. Even though Mask's story doesn't talk about paid leave, it's still a good option. Judge Robinson is not part of that process. It defers a final decision until all litigation ends. It gives Watson a reason to settle the cases against him. No matter what happens, the clock will keep ticking louder and louder. Most likely, a decision will be made soon. It should happen no later than Friday, July 1st. This is the first anniversary of the epic 4-day weekend bad news dump about the Commanders, a woefully inadequate penalty against Snyder. It is a clear effort by the league to hide the specific facts that, if made public, might have made it impossible for Snyder to keep owning the team. So, what do you think? Will Deshaun Watson receive a suspension, or will he still be playing next season? Let me know your thoughts and comment down below. But before this video ends, please do not forget to click the like button, subscribe to our channel, and tap the notification bell for more updates and videos like this.